Hello, my friends. My name is Sith. Welcome to the new portal for upright men and women. Stay with me as we continue on our journey to true enlightenment and bear just one thing in mind. I take no Sith. I just keep Sith real. Guys, before we get into the main story today, there is another little incident I need to speak about. On Tuesday, November 11th, that's 2 days ago, a prisoner was being transported from Bagwalk to Spanish Town. Now, we don't know what the prisoner do. Okay, he was in the back of a police vehicle, a police service vehicle, a Toyota Hilux pickup. Apparently, he was sitting in the back on the floor of the flatbed of the pickup. There was also a policeman in the vehicle, but he had his back to the pickup's cabin, staring back at the prisoner, who was down to the tail end of the vehicle, sitting on the floor. So when the vehicle reached to Flatbridge, no, what the prisoner do? Prisoner handcuffed, I hear that he was handcuffed. I'm not sure. Prisoner don't do nothing more than as the vehicle turned onto Flatbridge, so the prisoner just jump out of the pickup while it's moving straight over into the Ryakobri River. So I have a small video clip to show you. But in this video clip, while it is a video of the actual scene of when the man jumped, it was shown by TVJ. TVJ actually blocked out the actual jump and tried to block out the police who jumped in after him. I'm going to show you the clip. I'm going to pause it at a critical point so that you can actually see or make sense or figure out exactly what had taken place. Now, take a look. Now, I'm going to play the video again, but this time I'm going to play it at half the normal speed. And I'm going to point out two critical aspects of the video for you to understand. Now, this is where the man jumped. And as the video moves on, this is where the policeman jumped after him. Anyway, long story short, the prisoner drowned in the river. Me blame the policeman. I know what me blame the policeman for. Is to risk him life by jumping in the water or jumping out of the moving vehicle. Make the man want jump out in a handcuff, whether in a handcuff or without handcuff. Wait till the vehicle stop, brother. I went over on Twitter and I saw some comments. And some people have said about the police them careless. How the police them feel careless when the police never lift him up and fling him out in the river? If him did sit down and keep him ass quiet, he would still be alive. And word of advice to police. 2 words of advice. Next time when you carry prisoner cross the sun and them jump, do not jump after that. Leave them to either the mermaid or take on the time. Call the diver man them to come take out the body, but get an hour first. And the second piece of advice, carry some more gunmen in the back of pickup. And this time, stop the vehicle, don't even wait for them. Don't handcuff them and don't even wait for the gunman them to jump by themselves. Invite them to jump into the water. Invite them to jump and go look for a mermaid. It's up to them. Some people all talk about say the government must get sued for negligence because the prisoner should be more protected. And I repeat again, don't tell him to jump. Show me the video or show me where the police tell him say jump. And then get back to me. Do I get an amen? Now let's move to the main story. Bop, 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 bop. Another 4 bite the dust. And another four gone, and another four guns, and four more bite the dust. Bop, bop, bop. Four more bite the dust. And another four gone, and another four gone, and another four bite the dust. Guys, yesterday was a beautiful day. I'm telling you, Mike, four more gunmen get killed by police yesterday. Or more, four more dirty gunmen, after them just commit a murder, end up getting shot dead by the police last night. That's why Wednesday night at about 9:30. Anyway, here how it go now. Four more gunmen beat the dust last night, Wednesday, February 12th at about 9:45 p.m. Yeah man, 4 time. Some like hear it. Oh, me I go tell you now how it happened. The incident began at around 6:45 in the night when a Kia motor vehicle went and stopped at a man gate in along the Middlesex main road in Guyshill. They call a man out of his house, question him heavily, and ask them where they can find a certain man. They wanted to know where a specific man was, and them beat up the man. They say them kick him up, box him up, and some persons said them even gun butt him. Apparently, in order to save his own life, the man gave them the information as to where they can find the person where they're really after. So they didn't bother to kill this one. They let him go. They left there, sir, and they went to a district called Benbow District, right there in the area known as Middlesex. And they went into the shop, because this is a businessman, you know. And I hear that he has a wholesale up there in Benbow District. Two of them got out the vehicle, went into the business place, asked for him, but somehow they didn't see him. As in fact, they did not actually know him, but they know him as Gowdy. So they went in there and asked for Gowdy, and they said that Gowdy wasn't there. But how they plan to recognize Gowdy is that them say him ears them cock off, so they might look for anybody in the shop behind the counter where have cock off ears. Why they want Gowdy, as a matter of fact, I don't really know. Somehow, they got into the yard connected to the shop just to search for him at the back, and they found him. That seemed to be the man they were looking for, based on the description that they got. And then fired several bullets in him and killed him on the spot. Oh, who is this victim? This victim is Horace Crossman. And Horace Crossman is a returning resident. He went to Canada, spent a number of years over there, made some money, and then came back to Jamaica, went back to his little district and opened a business place. Horace Crossman, as far as anybody knows, is not connected to anything that is illegal. But who knows these days? Some people are suggesting that it is a can't catch Kwaku, catch him shot kind of thing. Nobody is really sure, because nobody seems to be able to point to Horace Crossman as a bad man or as a man who mix up in a badness. Him just go to Canada, work some money, come back, open my business, and I try live him life. Anyway, after killing Gowdy, they jumped back into the car and started trying to make them way back to Spanish Town, because it has been said that these are men who connected to the Klansman gang. So this in a sense suggests to me that this may be a can't catch Kwaku, catch him shot kind of thing. On their way back to their hideout in Spanish Town, they had to pass through a district called Rosemount. Of course, the police had been alerted about what's going on, and several dragnets were set up. Every police from across St. Catherine North was alerted. The police were like on every main road that could lead back into Spanish Town, because somebody knew one of them was from the Klansman gang, and therefore they figure they'll be heading back to Spanish Town. So they actually set themselves in a position to intercept them if they ever try to get onto the bypass or escape into any other parish. It was a big operation. At the time when they killed Gowdy, that was like about 8:15 in the night. And it looked like they went to a point and might have hid out and to see if the coast clear, if they hear any sirens or anything. And then they push out. Well, at about 9:45, the same night, based on the description of the car, the police intercepted the vehicle in Rosemount district. A shootout ensued. The men, of course, leap from the car, fire shot, and you know how it go already. The police are well trained, and all 4 were killed. This is a picture of the crime scene where the police cordon off the area to pick up spent shells and all kind of thing, them kind of thing there. So that road was blocked off throughout the night and into this morning until daylight, when of course they could find all the spent shell and pick up whatever evidence they can find. Some sources say it's 2 guns were recovered, but I hear that it was more like 3 guns were recovered. That is what a more confidential source has been telling me. Question me have to ask though, if it's 4 of them in the vehicle, if me a gunman, why would me go in a car figure Masha works and me no have no gun? What was this? A training session? Because even if it's a training session, you have to give me a gun. Why me I go just figure observe? Well, not that it really matters, because if it was 4 of them in there or 5 of them and you find 1 gun, that's all you need to find is 1 gun. If the rest of you were not gunmen, well, you are gunmen wannabe. So kill you from now. And of course, the police turned the car in a strainer. And that's how we love it. If the full police did even fire 500 bullets in the car, it is much cheaper than to feed them in a lockup. And on top of that, to prosecute them in the court and pay a lawyer. And then go keep them in a prison for another 20 years. This is much cheaper. Better solution. Perfect crime fighting strategy. And all decent Jamaicans are loving it. Keep it up, police officers. You're doing an excellent job. Waiting to hear about 4 more tomorrow. And I'm just keeping it real.